leave to go buy a car, because like buying a car takes time. You guys know that you gotta test drive it, you gotta do paperwork and all that kinds of fun stuff. Anyways, that's who I am. Let me see, let's go through the list. So I was going to talk about my intro, who I am, New Year's resolution, where I've been, Twitch, channel future, the way you play. Oh yeah, the way you play style changes. That is a really interesting topic that I want to touch with you guys on. I don't know if you guys noticed, but your the way your play style changes. Let me see what else we're going to talk about. If I have, I'm pretty sure I have enough time. I mean, this freaking video, it is going to be 35 minutes video long, 34 and 4 seconds. People play fair. Yeah, people play fair until they see that you're about to kill them, then they don't want to play fair anymore. So now let's talk about New Year's resolution. Yeah, my New Year's resolution kind of fell apart there for a second, or like for a couple of weeks or 2 weeks, I think, because my New Year's resolution was to make a lot of YouTube videos, to bring you guys one video per day, and that hasn't been happening because it's a lot that goes into it. I guess I am depressed, but the thing is that I never been depressed, and I actually did talk to people about this on my stream. I don't know, it's sometimes I just want to be left alone. Like for instance, the last 2 weeks I just want to be left alone. And I mean, I can get into like in the whole reason behind that I can get into detail with this with you guys is because I know that there's going to be people that are going to probably talk shit to me, or like, you know, try to put me down, or like, you know, try to judge me, even though they don't know me. They know what I say. Like, people know what I talk about on this videos or what I talk about on stream, you know, like they don't know much about it. Like, they only know what I want them to know. This is probably going to take a long time, but I think it makes for a good video and a really interesting. And I did say in last video that I'm going to start making like the car community does, like what they record videos and then they just say, oh my god, look at that spam, and that sort does a lot of freaking, it breaks your poise so easy, dude. That sort is really annoying. Okay, in my last video I told you guys that I'm gonna start like making, like recording the footage and then just talking about, like, I don't know, personal stuff. So New Year's resolution. My New Year's resolution was it was me making a video every day, right? With commentating on the video every day. I have uploaded like 4 videos, but I didn't commentate on it. I should have commentated on the one that I Gravelord, which was a lot of fun. That video was so much fun, dude. There was a lot of good players on that video. And work out every day. Well, I only did that for like 3 days, and then I guess that's why it's called a New Year's resolution. I don't know, but mine fell apart. And from today, well, at least I'm gonna try from today on to go work out. Makes you feel good about yourself. And I actually did, I have put 20 pounds, like, since I stopped working out like last year. I put on some weight, so I really do need to work out and run. And on top of that, it's really healthy, and the doctors recommends you that. But the thing is that 2 years ago, guys, and this is like really personal, but like I said, I have really high self-esteem about myself. Like, I always thought good about myself, like really good, like probably a little too much. Like, for someone to put my self-esteem down, I don't think there's someone out there that can put my self-esteem down, because I just think, you know, I just think that I'm the man. Like, I don't know, I guess that makes me cocky or something, but it's not that I'm cocky. It's that, like, I just think highly of myself. I think that I'm like a good guy, and, you know, I don't let people put me down. I don't let trash people put me down, especially on the internet, let alone in real life. They'll never put my self-esteem down. My wife always tells me, like, how do you do it? Like, how do you sit there and you have such a high self-esteem about yourself, that you think so highly of yourself? And I'm like, I don't know. If you don't do it for yourself, you know, if you don't think you're good looking, or you think you're good, or you know, if you don't think good about yourself, nobody will. Trust me, like, nobody. But there's a lot of people that are out there to get you. So 2 years ago, I cheated on my wife. Yeah, what a bummer, huh? I cheated on my wife, and right after I cheated on my wife, I went to the hospital and I was about to die. And I'm not telling you guys none of this just to, like, for you guys to be like, oh, poor Alpha, or to be like, oh yeah, like, poor guy. Like, no, I don't want you guys to pity me or to feel bad about myself. I don't. You guys, so that guy, he was about to point down. He's getting his ass beat, and he's gonna point down. You gotta love the gankers. Okay, so 2 years ago I cheated on my wife. Right after I cheated on my wife, I went to the hospital. I had gallstones, And at that time I didn't have insurance, medical insurance, so the gallstones escalated because like they wouldn't do surgery on me because I went to a private hospital. Private hospitals, they'll have you there until they like can like get you to normal, or like they feel that you're getting better and normal, and they'll send you home, but they won't perform surgery on you. They'll just give you what you need to make you feel better, or to they'll get you on a stable position. I mean, stable, like they'll put you stable, right? Like they'll make sure that you're not gonna die, because if you die, then you are a liability to them, and if you die, you can like sue them, or your wife can sue them, or your family members can sue them. So I went to the hospital. I was there for a week, and then I got released. I actually didn't get released. They had me so drugged out that I thought they wanted to kill me. So I asked to leave. I told the doctor I don't want to be here, and he made me sign for some papers. So I went home, and this was right after I had cheated on my wife, right? Which is a whole story. Maybe one day I'll get into it with you guys. And this was right after I cheated on my wife. And my wife was there with me the whole time. So I went home, and then I went back to the hospital like 3 days after because I couldn't handle the pain. I had gallstones, and I went back to the same hospital. They won't they won't do surgery on you because you don't have insurance. Like there's no one to cover your bill. So what they do is they get you in a stable position. But what happened with me is that like my gallstones were like so severe that from gallstones I got pancreatitis. Like I was in the intensive care unit, ICU, is that called? Intensive care unit. Yeah, I was in ICU for a week. My lungs got a fluid. Like I'm telling you guys, all this was happening because I didn't have insurance. So since they wouldn't perform surgery on me, all they did was like make sure that I don't die and give me medication, like a lot of pain medication. They really drugged out. They gave me Dilaudid, which is really, really strong. Like if you guys heard morphine or like crack or like meth, okay, those drugs get you high. This drug gets you beyond those drugs. Like this drug will make you hallucinate. Like I will, like my wife said that I kept talking about my dog, like my dog named Baby, because her and I are really attached. I had her since she was a baby, which was a gift from my mother-in-law that she gave us her as a wedding gift. So my wife said that I kept hallucinating about her and all this kinds of fun stuff, and I kind of do remember hallucinating about her, but not really. I was just really, really drugged out, and my wife was there throughout the whole time. So I guess I'm dragging this story a little too long. The whole point that I'm trying to tell you guys is that after, okay, I was never the kind of guy that was depressed, because in the hospital, since I was about to die, I was intubated for a week, and then I ripped the tubes out of my mouth. Like I ripped them out. Like that's what my wife says, that I grabbed a hold of them and I just yanked them out. And the doctor even said that I was lucky that I didn't lose my voice, or that my voice didn't change, because my voice is still the same. That I was really, really lucky. That a lot of people lose their voice after they do that. So I guess to the point that I'm trying to make, since like the list keeps going, I guess I have a lot of footage. I can edit more video and stuff like that and keep talking about it. The point that I'm trying to make, that after all this happened and I got out of the hospital, I am depressed. Like I tell my wife, and like she noticed it too. Like I'm not like the same person. It's I don't even know. In another thing, that caffeine or like 2 glasses of Coke, since my body was put through all this like sickness, illness, and drugs at the hospital, I get high off caffeine. Like you guys won't believe it. Like you guys will think like caffeine, like coffee, monsters get me high. Like they give me like this, like when I used to smoke dope back in the day, they make me feel like that. Like check out that Perry, guys, check out that Perry. And so after the hospital and after everything, then my wife was there, and I don't know, I just, you know, like, okay, my New Year, and the whole point is that like my New Year's resolution was to go running and to get out of the mental state, because I'm pretty sure it's a mental state, and now I have insurance. So now my wife have asked me over many times to go see a psychiatrist, because it's like, I guess I'm fucking getting crazy, or I'm just depressed. The guy didn't repost on his Perry. Too bad for him. Ooh, what a boo-boo, cry about it. Okay, so sometimes, like I said, I was gonna make a video every day, but sometimes, guys, I just feel like just hiding, like, you know, like just playing Dark Souls, and that's why I have all this footage, like the last 2 weeks, where I've been recording. I've been like getting footage, recording Dark Souls and live streaming, but not having my mic on and not reading the chat for the last 2 weeks. The last past 3 days that I live stream, I did have the mic on, and I just don't know why. I guess I talked about it on my live stream. I told everybody I had like 25 viewers, and I was like telling them like